Chris says, are we kooky conspiracy theorists for thinking that excessive quarantines and attacks on federal courthouses are election year political maneuvers? I mean, we're all conspiracy theorists these days. Like, the media has been so decimated. Journalism has been so destroyed. Our institutions have been so rotted out that if you're not a conspiracy theorist at some level, if you're just accepting whatever the mainstream narrative is, if you're just getting the New York Times to your doorstep and reading it and being like, well, now I got the truth, or you're watching Don Lemon, as Tucker Carlson calls him, or whatever you're getting on CNN and thinking, oh, that's giving you unbiased news, that's just crazy. So it's funny because the term conspiracy theorist, like that somehow is you believe in ancient aliens and you believe that in JFK assassination theories and all this other stuff. I don't think that's really what people mean by conspiracy theory anymore. If you just sort of don't accept the mainstream narrative, then almost everything's a conspiracy. And I don't think there's a lot of reason to accept the mainstream narrative. That it's a sort of dangerous place to be in. But I would say that it partly feels at some level that these rolling lockdowns, remember, we were told 15 days to flatten the curve and then everything will be back to normal. And you can find videos of me saying back in June, if not May, when I was saying that when there was this rumor that in California they were going to close us down till August 1st. And I kept saying, well, the problem here is that I guarantee you by the end of July, last couple days of July, they're going to tell us this is rolling into August. And congratulations, we're in the last day of July and it's rolling into August. We know that suddenly in September, they're going to tell us it's the fall, and now because of the weather change, it's sparking again. And we see now teachers unions saying teachers won't teach in classrooms. And this morning I saw teachers in LA saying they won't even teach on Skype. So that's not to say it's all some grand conspiracy with some guy pulling the strings, but like all of the weirdness, all of the inconsistencies, they all do add up to something. And when you factor in the fact that we have an election coming, and although it's hard to remember, right before coronavirus hit, everything in the country was going really, really well. Trump did not have us going to other wars, right? We were ending wars. The economy was going great. Black unemployment was at an all-time low. Like, there were so many good markers. And then now this thing has been injected into the system, and we can debate whether the policies and the lockdowns and the quarantines have all been right and all that. But I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to say that Democrat-run cities and states are in some ways trying to destroy themselves, knowing that the federal government will have to bail them out, and somehow that will reflect poorly on Trump. Look at Portland, like these riots. Now, this is half coronavirus, half BLM, Antifa stuff. But like these riots, like Portland decided that the police could not defend federal buildings, that Portland could not defend their own stores and their own citizens. And then, the National Guard had to be called in, and then it did clean it up. But then you watch Democratic politicians say Trump's sending his soldiers in. And it's like, well, why didn't you guys protect your citizens and your property? Because in a way they don't want to, because this is where, I mean, without sounding like I'm beating a dead horse, progressives sound nice. They sound nice, and all of their policies in every single way end up hurting the very people they purport to be helping. And I think people are waking up to it, and there's a lot of things that feel like conspiracy theories that I don't think are that conspiratorial anymore.